Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Raj Botany. Friends, today in this video tutorial we are going to discuss about a very important aspect, that is cell cycle, which is take place in four phases: G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase and M phase. We will see this in detail. First, we will see the definition of the cell cycle, which is also called as cell division cycle, which is basically a series of events which occur during cell division and replication. Which are the series of events? Which are events that actually happen during the cell cycle? G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase and M phase. These all phases are happening one after the another during the cell cycle. If you consider the prokaryotic cell, that means cell without nucleus, the cell cycle occurs in prokaryotic cell for the binary fission. If we move toward the eukaryotic cell, that means cells with nucleus. Before a cell can enter cell division, it needs to take nutrients inside. Cell cycle is divided into two basic parts. First, interphase and second, M phase. Interphase is also called as preparative phase. Why? Because whatever the requirement for M phase, that all requirements are fulfilled during the interphase. All the preparations are done during this interphase. That's why interphase is called as preparatory phase. Then what are the steps of interphase? G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. During G1 phase, during S phase and during G2 phase, what exactly cell prepares, we will see on later slides. Then next phase of the cell cycle, that is M phase, which is also called a distributive phase. Whatever the content that get synthesized during this interphase, all content are get distributed throughout the or to the daughter cells, because result of the mitosis is formation of two daughter cells. So whatever the content that get doubled during interphase, all content are distributed among the daughter cells. That's why M phase is called as distributive phase. And M phase occurs in two stages: karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyos means nucleus, kinesis means division of nucleus is take place. Is further divided into prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Let's move toward the cytokinesis, that means division of cytoplasm. Whatever the content get doubled during this interphase, the content of the cytoplasm get distributed to the two daughter cells during the cytokinesis. Let's see the first interphase, which is called as resting phase, but cell does not do rest. Cell prepare itself for the mitotic division. This interphase is longer than the M phase. We know two steps of the cell cycle, interphase and M phase, and this interphase is longer than M phase. During interphase, all the preparations are done. Then two main phenomena occur during interphase. First, cell growth, and second, DNA replication. As we know, interphase is also known as preparatory phase. Why? Because cell prepare itself for the next phase. During interphase, nucleus and cytosol division does not take place. It takes place during only M phase. Then what exactly happened during interphase? Cell prepare itself to divide. Let's see some detail about interphase, G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. First we will see the G1 phase, which is also called as first growth phase, that start from the end of the previous M phase and last long until the beginning of the S phase. During G1 phase, nucleus grows in size. G1 phase, it is the longest phase of the cell cycle, but it is short in rapidly dividing cell. G1 phase is short in rapidly dividing cell. Which are the rapidly dividing cell? Example given here: embryonic cell and neoplastic cells. In these cells, this G1 phase occurs shortly. Then synthesis of proteins and enzymes take place during G1 phase, because after the G1 phase, the S phase will occur. And then what exactly happened during S phase? DNA replication is take place. Now for DNA replication, which is to be occur, that require enzyme DNA polymerase, RNA polymerase. That all enzymes are get synthesized during the G1 phase. Remember. Then which proteins get prepared during G1 phase? We know if you see the DNA replication, single-stranded binding proteins. That proteins are actually get synthesized during G1 phase. In more differentiated cell, example given here, herd cells withdraw from the cell cycle in G1 and enter in a quiescent stage. That quiescent stage is called a G0 stage. There are some cells, example given here, herd cell that withdraw from the cell cycle and enter into the G0 cell, G0 stage. G0 stage in which the cell suspended sometimes. Some G0 cells are unable to re-enter into the cell cycle. Once example is given here, permanent cells in plants. Which are the permanent cells? Parenchyma, chlorenchyma, and sclerenchyma. These are the permanent cells in the plants which are formed from the meristematic cells. Once these permanent cells are entered into the G0 cell, G0 phase, that does not re-enter into the cell cycle. And this G1 phase is controlled by the gene called P53 gene. This is a cell cycle diagram. G1 phase, the cells are contained, excluding the chromosomes are duplicated. The chromosomes are duplicated in S phase only. Only cellular contents are get duplicated during the G1 phase. And we can see here, for some time cell enter into the G0 cell. That means cell become arrested, cell becomes suspended for some times, and again cell get enter into the cell cycle. Let's see the S phase, that means synthesis phase. During this phase, replication of DNA and synthesis of histone proteins occur. We know chromosomes are actually formed from the DNA and histone protein, and this DNA and histone proteins are get synthesized during the S phase. If you consider the animal cell, centrosomes become double. When S phase complete, all of the chromosomes have been replicated. That is, each chromosome has two sister chromatids. Remember, only the DNA content get double. That's why 2C. C means concentration. DNA concentration. Only DNA concentration get double, but the ploidy level remains constant. Only the ploidy level remain constant. Only the DNA get double. Amount of DNA in the cell that effectively double, and chromosomes appear in the form of sister chromatids. Synthesis of DNA is completed very quickly. Why? Because if the nitrogen bases of the DNA exposed for longer time to the drugs or external factors, that bases are very sensitive and that get harmed by this external factor. That's why DNA synthesis completed very quickly. This S phase occupies 35 to 45% time of the cell cycle. Here we can see when cell enter into the S phase, the DNA content or chromosome get duplicated or DNA get double. That's why here we can see during the G2 phase, chromosome enter into the G2 phase. We can see here the sister chromatids. This is one sister chromatid, this is another sister chromatids. Rod shaped DNA now converted into the sister chromatid form. Let's see the G2 phase. This is actually the second gap phase or growth phase or resting phase of the interphase. The cell then enters the G2 phase, which lasts until the cell enter into the mitosis. Production of microtubules, RNA and proteins, which are actually the preparation of mitosis that happens during the G2 phase. Microtubules, which are required for the formation of the spindle fibers. Some proteins, tubulin proteins. Tubulin proteins are required for the formation of spindle fibers. Means the raw material gets synthesized during this G2 phase. That's why called preparation for the mitosis. G2 phase, during G2 phase, replication of mitochondria and chloroplast take place. Very important point here. cell organelles, mitochondria and chloroplast are get replicated during the G2 phase. G2 phase occupies 10 to 20% time of the cell cycle. During the propagation of this cell cycle is also get regulated by the regulatory molecules. Which are that regulatory molecules? Cyclins and cyclin dependent kinases, in short called as CDKs. These CDKs are active only in the presence of the cyclin molecules such as A, B, C, D and E, and that form CDK cyclin complex. During the cell cycle, there are 3 checkpoints are present. There we can see first checkpoint during G1 S phase checkpoint, and that regulated by the CDK4 cyclin D, then CDK6 cyclin D and CDK2 cyclin E. Next checkpoint, that is G2 checkpoint, regulated by CDC2 and cyclin B. Then third checkpoint during the metaphase or during the M phase, that is regulated by cyclin B degradation ubiquitin checkpoint. Let's see some detail about the M phase, that is mitotic phase. Mitosis occur during the somatic cells or body cells, and that give rise to 2 daughter cells from one single parent cell. During mitosis, there is a formation of 2 daughter cells which are exactly similar to each other. It is a short period of chromosome condensation, chromosome segregation and cytoplasmic division. Double DNA during interphase is distributed in M phase. What are the DNA get doubled during the interphase? Now in M phase, that doubled DNA get distributed. Hence it is called as distributive stage. Yes, checkpoint is also there during the M phase. We have seen earlier. Let's see the mitosis definition. It is a process in which single cell divide that result into formation of 2 identical cells, and each cell contain the same number of chromosome. Remember, same number of chromosome is there into the daughter cells. That's why mitosis is called as the equational division. Why? Because what are the genetic content or what are the chromosome number which are present in parent cell, exactly same genetic content or chromosome number are there in the daughter cells. Mitosis is the term first of all given by the scientist W. Fleming in 1882, and we know it is also called as somatic division. Mitosis takes place in prophase, metaphase and anaphase. We will see detail one by one. First, prophase. Due to DNA duplication in interphase, each chromosome now possesses 2 sister chromatids. We have discussed it earlier, which are connected by centromere. These 2 sister chromatids are connected with each other by centromere. Chromatin fibers become coiled into chromosome and start to coil, shorten and become distinct. Means in prophase, chromosome becomes shortened and thicken. Mitotic spindle fibers, which are composed of microtubules and tubulin proteins, are start to form. Then, very important point, nuclear envelope and nucleolus start to disappear. Remember, nuclear envelope and nucleolus start to disappear during the prophase. If you consider the animal cell, here we can see mitotic spindles are initially appear as a structures called the aster. Here we can see the aster formation. These asters are actually formed from the centrioles, and centrioles are the subunit of the centrosomes. These centrosomes are start to move towards the 2 poles, and from this there is a emergence of the spindle fibers and give appearance like the aster. This is the case of animal cells. The 2 pairs of centrioles move away from one another toward the opposite ends of the cell due to lengthening of the microtubules that form between them. This is a plant cell and this is the animal cell. Here we can see the nuclear membrane and nucleolus start to disappear, and this is the actual picture of the prophase. Then let's see the metaphase. Nuclear membrane disappear completely. First important point, during metaphase, nuclear membrane disappear completely. In animal cell, 2 pairs of centrioles aligns at opposite poles of the cell. Chromosome align at the metaphase plate at right angle to the spindle poles. Chromosomes are held at the metaphase plate by a equal force of the polar fibers that pulls on the chromosome centromeres and that develop a tug-of-war situation. Means one side pulls the spindle fibers that hold the chromosomes from their centromere, and another side centromere that also pulls the centromere of the chromosome from one side. That means tug-of-war situation get created in that place, and due to that tension get created on the chromosomes, and that's why chromosomes are arranged on a equatorial plate. This is plant cell, this is animal cell. Here we can see the centromere of all the chromosomes are arranged on imaginary straight lines. That straight line is called as equatorial plate, which is also called as metaphasic plate. Then anaphase, the centromere of each chromosome is divided into two. What happened during anaphase? Due to the tension created by the spindle fiber on the centromere of the chromosomes or the chromatid, that centromere could not bear the tension of the spindle fiber. That's why they get break and divided into two. That's why two chromatids of each chromosome get separated from each other. Once the paired sister chromatids separate from one another, each is considered as a full chromosome. The separated chromosome, the half centromere and half chromosome, now considered as a full chromosome. They are referred to as daughter chromosome. Now they are called as daughter chromosome. Here in this is actual picture of the anaphase, and this is diagram of plant cell in which anaphase take place, and this is diagram of the animal cell. The daughter chromosome move to the poles at the opposite ends. These are the daughter chromosomes which are start to move to the opposite poles of the cell by shortening the kinetochore microtubules. Means the chromosomes are get this broken chromosomes from their centromere get pulled to the opposite poles. At the end of the anaphase, each pole contains the complete chromosome. Okay, let's see the next place, that is telophase. During telophase, nuclei begin to form at the opposite poles. Very important point. Distinctive point of the telophase, nuclei start to form around the that chromosomes at the opposite poles. The spindle fibers start to disappear. Nuclear membranes formed around each set of separated daughter chromosomes. From which this nuclear membrane get formed? These nuclear membranes are get formed from the vesicles of the parent cells and from the pieces of the endomembrane system. Remember, from where nuclear membrane get formed? Around the chromosomes. And from which this nuclear membrane get formed? From the membrane vesicles and endomembrane system, pieces of endomembrane system. Here we can see the formation of nuclear membrane around the chromosomes. These chromatin fibers of chromosomes uncoil and become thread-like. Now in telophase, these chromosomes are become thread-like. Initially, when we see the chromosome at prophase, the chromosomes were thick and shorter, but in telophase, chromosomes are uncoiled, long and thread-like and thin. The nuclei reappear. Thus, after the arrangement of chromosomes, two daughter nuclei are formed due to karyokinesis. Here we can see within one single cell, there is a formation of two nuclei. At this change, telophase mitosis is complete and the genetic content of one cell have been divided equally into two. Here we can say at the end of this telophase, we can see the genetic content is distributed equally, but still there is a distribution of cytoplasm is remained, and that happened during the cytokinesis. In this stage, cytoplasm divided into two cells that result into formation of two daughter cells. It starts immediately after the telophase is over. It immediately starts after the finishing of the telophase. If you consider the animal cell, cleavage furrow is formed, whereas in plant cell plate is formed. In animal cell, cleavage furrow is formed in in form from the Golgi apparatus. In plant cell, cell plate formation begins in the center of the cell. At the center of the cell plate is formed as far as the plant cell is concerned. And this cell plate is gradually progresses toward the periphery. We will see in detail in figure. Here we can see the cell plate is formed at the center of the cell, and this cell plate is gradually moved toward the periphery of the cell, and there is a complete formation of the cell plate. Okay. Hence, the number of chromosomes in each daughter cell is equal to the number present in the parent cell. Whatever the number that present into the parent cell, exactly same number of chromosomes are get by the daughter cell. That's why this mitosis is called as equational division. Let's see the significance of mitosis first, that is development and growth. Mitosis causes increase in number of cells within an organism. This is the basis of development of a multicellular body from a single cell. What is single cell? Zygote, which is formed from the fertilization of male and female gamete. Zygote, and also the basis for the growth of multicellular body. Due to mitosis, cell replacement is also happen. There are some cells in our body, skin and digestive tract cells, that are constantly replaced by the new cells. That happens due to the mitosis. Regeneration. Some organisms have the capacity to regenerate body parts to maintain the proper size. Let's see the example of starfish. If arm of the starfish get broken, it get back due to the regeneration by the process called mitosis. Then asexual reproduction. Let's see the example of hydra that reproduces asexually by process called budding. The cells at the surface of the hydra that undergo mitosis and form a mass called a bud. Mitosis that continue in the cells of the bud, and this grow into the new individual. In the bud portion, mitosis get happen, and that bud get formed into the new hydra individual. And this division or mitosis also happen during asexual reproduction or vegetative propagation in plant. Plant also get mitotically multiply. Thank you everyone. If you not subscribe my channel Raj Botany, please do subscribe it. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and do not forget to press the bell icon for the updated videos. Thank you very much.